This episode of The Republic is brought to you by Audible. For a free 30-day trial and to receive a free audiobook, just head on over to audible.com/gamebreaker.
Gamebreaker TV.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Republic, episode 150 for August 12th, 2013. I'm Gary Gannon. You're watching Gamebreaker. Coming up on today's show, 2.3 is here. The class reps get answers, and Refer a Friend is back, but not for free players. All that and more, but first, from Massively.com, it's Mr. Larry Everett. How are you, sir?
I'm good, and wow, everybody's in 3D now.
Wow, look at you. Did you wear those out? I would not advise it.
I drive in these. What are you talking about? It makes everything more real.
Yeah, that's totally what he was doing before the show.
Yep. Just smoking that wacky tobacco and checking out everything in 3D.
Oh, Larry.
Oh, Larry. All right, and joining us as always, Laura Williams. How are you, Laura?
Hey, I'm great.
Good. What do we have to talk about? Let's talk about some Star Wars. 2.3. Update 2.3 has arrived. Let's go through the highlights and start with the one that Laura is most excited about. The new daily area. How is that?
Oh, man. Daily areas. So much fun. We all love doing dailies every day. Actually, it is a really, really good area. It's really short, and it's really compact, and you get to fight a tentacle monster in the trash compactor on the detention level. What more could you want?
Are you actually giving us a positive review of the dailies?
I am giving you a positive review of the dailies.
So what do they do besides it being like compact? Why are you not like so bothered by it? Because you usually hate dailies.
The quests are not difficult. One of them is just kill everything that's in the area. There's another that's open some crates. There's two that are blow stuff up, and then you kill a tentacle monster, and that's it. It takes you 15 minutes.
Is it
15 minutes?
But is it fun?
Yes.
Killing the tentacle monster is fun.
And the tentacle monster is fun.
Every day? It's going to be fun every day?
Well, for right now it is.
Okay. Does anybody actually do dailies because it's fun? And when you do it every day, if you do it every day, I mean, every so often.
That's exactly why I'm not really a fan of them ever. Because after like the third or fourth time, you're just like, I don't care how cool this was. It's not anymore.
The thing is, it's not that the quests are cool or that it's what you get. It's watching number one, your credits increase. So it's like an achievement kind of thing. And the other thing is, you got ref items and things along that line that you can get from doing the dailies over and over again. And that's the reward of doing this. It's basically, and the thing that makes this one the best is what Laura hinted at, is that it's really fast. You're done in 15 minutes. And I actually calculated it, and it is 37. You get about 3,700 credits per minute that you're playing. So that is the second best daily area. The first best daily area is Ilum, which you get like 4,200 credits per minute.
Love that spot. What about 2 flashpoints? There's 2 new flashpoints. Have you run both of them?
Yes. They're also
insert flashpoint talk here.
Very fun.
Tell me about it.
I was actually surprised because I've done a couple of pug groups for the hard modes, and surprisingly, most people were actually able to figure it out. So I wasn't stuck with people who couldn't, who were getting stuck on dumb mechanics that they shouldn't get stuck on, or dying to the bridge boss. Really, just very, very easy. And I think, for the time, they take maybe 25 minutes, 25, 30 minutes at the most, and that's that's a good length of time for a flashpoint. It was new as well. It's not something that's rehashed, which also makes it a lot of fun. I'm sure in 6 months I'll hate it, but right now I'm really, really enjoying it.
Lara's already hating it. It's like hours old.
It's because Larry's negative.
I'm okay with the flashpoints. I don't really run flashpoints too much anymore, to be honest. Although I really should, because I need to get more 72 gear because we're not getting it through raids. Yeah. But they're cool. I think they're great. I think that it's an interesting storyline because they're both tied together. But it was kind of funny, the last one, because the last one deals with like these flesh raider things, and there's really no explanation for it. The whole storyline, as far as this new daily area is concerned, it's kind of an offshoot. It really doesn't relate at all, really, to anything that has happened before. So I'm still on the fence of whether or not I think that that's a great thing or a horrible thing. But there it is. It's not bad.
Tell me about these. We got 3 new rep factions, because who doesn't love rep grinds? Anything interesting on that front?
Yeah, the coolest speeder in the game once you reach champion status with either the adjudicators for the Republic or the Ordnance Acquisitions Corp. Yes. Coolest speeder in the game.
It's actually the speeder that I wanted, like, when the game launched. I'm like, why isn't this one of the speeders we can have? If you're on, well, actually, just about any planet that has a city, like Nar Shaddaa or Coruscant or Dromakas, they have a taxi that looks kind of like a taxi. It even has taxi written on it. It looks kind of like a car without any wheels. And why did we never have this vehicle as one of our vehicles?
It's a two-seater.
It's a two-seater.
That at some point they're going to introduce the ability to have somebody come ride with you.
Right. That's exactly what that means.
We'll be waiting for that.
Yeah. But I am seriously. I was like, gosh, why? This is the speeder that I want. Why can't I have this one? Well, now with the Zerka dailies, I can get that speeder.
But it's not just the speeder. They also have new droid parts and new droid schematics. So if you want to gear up your HK, this is a great way to do it. There's a new die that is exclusive to this faction. It's a primary black, secondary blue, which I think is going to be very popular. Larry, hurry up and get your faction up, because I need that.
Yep, I will have that in 3 weeks.
There are
2 weeks.
Zerka armor. You can either can get security enforcer armor, or you can get the executive armor. So lots of good stuff. There's a big sword.
The executive armor is really nice too. I actually like that. It's black for the most part. It's like a jacket, and it has the Zerka logo on the back in like this shiny, shimmery, teal, greeny color.
Really nice. Taunton mounts have arrived. How do we get them? These aren't Cartel store only, right?
No, they're not Cartel at all. You can either go to Hoth. There is a quest giver outside of Dorn base or Auric base, and you can talk to them to get a quest item. It's like a Taunton lure, and then you can go look for Taunton nests and try to get Taunton domestication data that way. Once you've collected 20 of those, or 15 if you're a subscriber, you can turn those back into the vendor and pick up your Taunton. And the one for subscribers is the Tundra Taunton. Or you can just, if you're too lazy to go do all of that, you can just buy the domestication data off of the vendor for 1.5 million or 2 million for the other one.
What do you guys think now that they're out? I mean, you guys happy with the first animal mounts we've seen in Star Wars: The Old Republic? I mean, and the big thing that we talked about before is like, what do you guys, are you okay with them keeping up with speeders?
I am, but then I can suspend my disbelief. I think they look pretty good. They sound crazy. I mean, they sound like Tauntauns. They move well.
I think, okay, I would give them they did a great job with the animation. Honestly, it really looks great. And honestly, running that fast, or running as fast as a speeder, doesn't look odd. Like you would kind of think it would look odd with the Taunton running as fast as a speeder. It doesn't really look odd. They did a good job with making sure that the animation looks like it can actually run that fast. And obviously the sounds are great. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually pulled those sounds from the Star Wars movies and whatnot. So because they sound just like it. But the only thing is, I don't like the idea from a lore perspective that this animal can keep up with my speeder, which is supposed to be super fast. And here, this animal is like running right along next to it.
Tauntons can run at over 90 miles an hour. I saw some math on it. We all know the math.
Yeah, and my speeder should be going, quite a bit faster than that.
Larry, how many?
Fly.
1 out of 4. How many disheveled Dallas Dickinson heads will you give the Taunton?
I would have to give it 3.
Ooh,
yeah.
3 disheveled Dallas Dickinson heads. We haven't brought those out in a while, so I felt the need.
Yeah, I would give it 3 because it really kind of breaks my immersion a little bit, hearing all the Tauntons running around and them going that fast.
Laura, how many disheveled Dallas Dickinson heads? I kind of have a guess. I got it queued up, but let's see if I'm right.
I don't know. Is more bad?
No, more is good.
Oh, it's more good? All right. I'm going to give it a 10.
Oh,
fantastic.
We
love
only got
them.
4. I knew you'd give it 4.
And Larry, just wait. Fractal Mount's coming next.
Fractal Mount. Can't wait.
So I'm sure on Hoth they look great. How about racing around the fleet?
That's where it just totally breaks everything. Why in the world are these animals on the fleet? Get them off.
When it goes to 1.
Okay, you know what? Yeah. And I would be actually okay with them on the fleet as long as there's like a droid that comes by afterwards and cleans up. Poop.
No, they're like horses. You have to have a little bag that sits under their tail. Taunton racing.
Yeah.
Charging down the hallway.
How's Treek doing? The Ewok companion Treek is live.
Love it.
How many Ewoks are running around the fleet as well? Is it just Ewoks and Tauntons everywhere now?
You know what's really funny is the Ewok is not as common on the fleet as I had originally thought.
Wow.
You're not the fleet at the right time. We're in the right place because I see them everywhere.
I do see them. I do see quite a few of them, mind you. But I was expecting... But in comparison to the Taunton, because the Taunton is just all over the frickin' place, but Treek not as much, and so and also Treek, besides really just killing immersion as well, Treek is an incredible leveling pet. I'm leveling up an operative right now who doesn't have a healer. Whenever you start. At the lower levels, you don't have a healer, and
you don't get a healer till Hoth.
Yeah, exactly. Operatives don't get a healer till Hoth, and it is so incredible playing with at level 10 with the healer. It's so much faster, so much easier, lots more fun if you're doing it for a second time or whatever.
How's it going? We talked a bit about last week about the price of Treek. Are people kind of okay with the price? I mean, we all think it was too damn high.
Well, I had some sticker shock when I saw the price in the cartel market. I was actually okay with the 1,000,000 credits off of the legacy vendor, and I was okay with the legacy level 40. But yeah, the cartel market price kind of took me back a little bit because I was expecting it to be around the price of unlocking HK 51, which was like 600 credits. So I'm thinking it's going to be like 700, 800, something like that. And then when they turn around and it's 2,100. So I kind of was like, that's pretty expensive if somebody's just going to buy the pet off of the cartel market. That's like $20.
Yeah, that's
you know what I didn't check though?
Than the game.
I did not go to see if anybody is selling it on the auction house yet.
Yeah, that's a good question. I didn't see anybody sell it yet, but yeah, I don't like that idea. I didn't like the cost of it, but I do like the cost of it within game. Like Laura said, I'm in complete agreement with Laura as far as the cost is concerned. way too much for cartel coins, especially considering that your monthly subscription is $15. So that's like double your monthly subscription plus $5. So I don't know that Treek is worth doubling your subscription for a month and a quarter.
I don't know, Larry. Like she is such a good companion, and I would say if you're the type of person that only plays one character and you don't do a lot of alts, you don't do a lot of leveling, then I can see maybe she's not really worth it. But if you at any point want to level another character, you should absolutely pick it up. I went ahead and I paid the 1,000,000 credits, and then I paid 700 to unlock her through the collections UI. And I can tell you honestly, I feel like it was probably the best purchase that I could have done with cartel points.
Wow!
Because she's phenomenal. She's overpowered at low levels.
Yeah,
absolutely. She's one-shotting stuff. My character is literally just standing there. I send her in, and I don't have to do anything. She takes no damage, and she's one-shotting mobs.
Oh, so she plays the game for you. That's basically it.
That's pretty much it. Which is what you want after like the 4th time leveling up, right? You don't want to play this game. You just want to
spending that amount of money. You kind of want it to be. I think you probably want it psychologically to be a little overpowered to spending that much money on it. So okay, Laura's super happy with it. So definitely thumbs up. Bounty contract we kicked off. It's a new monthly event.
Kicks off.
Isn't it tomorrow?
It did. Oh, I thought it kicked off already.
No, it started a week after the patch. So tomorrow it's coming.
But we've done it all on Test Center, and it's yeah.
It's fun. I think that people are really, really going to enjoy this event, especially for something that's going to be reoccurring. I really enjoyed it on the Test Center. I thought that the quests were fun. I love the fact that they scale to your level. You can start it at level 15. A lot of times they've had events in the past where if you're not max level, you miss out. And this is something that even low levels are going to be able to participate in. And like I said, they scale. It's great XP. It's a lot of fun. You have the head shoot that you turn your bounty into.
The head shoot. That's the biggest thing. And it's Wednesday by the
not Tuesday. It's Wednesday. Yes.
Yeah. The head shoot's pretty cool. That's the best part of it, actually.
Finally, for the highlights, palette graphics upgrade now in 32 colors. What's changed? Is there anything noticeable?
Well, Hoth is now blue instead of white.
Oh, perfect.
Which is what we all wanted.
Is that it? Is it really noticeable?
It is noticeable. It really, how we were kind of saying earlier, there was a couple weeks ago when they first said they were going to do this, is that it was going to be like a turning up the saturation on all the colors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it kind of is just turning up the saturation on all the colors. But I understand why it's important from a development perspective, because what they've done is they've allowed it so you can pretty much take it as a developer. You take a screenshot of the area that you're wanting to change, and you can then remap the colors as you like them to be. Adjust this and that, and then put it back into this program. And the program will then adjust all the textures and lighting so that it matches what you did in the screenshot, which is awesome as a developer. As a player,
what does he say? Shouldn't this really be taken into more consideration? People were playing the game. I mean,
I know, but yeah, right. As a player, you're going, did they just turn up the lights?
I don't know. You know what, Larry? I actually don't think it's as bright as it was on Test Center.
I know that Hoth is
bright,
blue. Hoth is blue.
I don't know. I haven't been to Hoth. I haven't started my Taunton quest.
In fact, if you have like a one of the white core lightsabers, like the white and gray or the white and blue, your lightsaber disappears pretty much. You don't even see your lightsaber. It's just like your handle. It's just the handle floating there.
Any other major class changes? It seems pretty light on that front, but anything major worth noting?
No, not really. No.
Alderaan Warzone's side speeders have been removed. I think that's a major change to the Warzone. This, I believe, saw very little testing on the PTS, and now we wait.
So now we're going to test it on live. Yay!
Yeah, which is where you actually test everything. You don't
Pretty
test
much.
anything.
Pretty much.
Well, you know, to be fair though, this time, this was not BioWare's fault. If there's something wrong with Alderaan, this is the player's fault, because there was plenty of time.
Yeah, they did announce and they did ask for people to get on there.
Yeah, and Alderaan on top of that was the only Warzone for a very long time, if not the whole time, on Test Center. And so if you don't like the way the speeders are, it's kind of your fault. They had free character transfers, they had everything, and you could have just wrote us pages and pages of problems with not having the side speeders if you don't like them.
So shame on you, players.
Exactly.
It's your fault. It's your fault if this change sucks. Overall, what do you guys think of this patch?
I thought it was pretty good. I think it was a great short little update. I'm still super excited for 2.4 coming up. But yeah, thought it was a nice little content update.
Larry?
Yeah, I give it 3 disheveled
Oh,
Dallas.
you giving me a 3? Oh, I don't have this ready. I just have 1. I'm just leaving him up there. So you give it 3. All right. I want to talk about the class reps really quick. I want to tell you guys about a great deal going on with Shutterstock. Yes, that's right. We want to save you guys 30% off with Shutterstock. Have you guys checked it out yet? Have you checked it out yet? If you guys have a website, a YouTube page, a guild site, whatever you got, you need to check out Shutterstock. Or if you're making videos on YouTube, you need footage, you need stock photography, vectors, artwork, clips. I'm telling you, Shutterstock is the place. We use it every single day here at GameBreaker TV. I was doing this before. I was searching for some, we're getting some new websites ready. Did a search for just video game vector. Vector is the type of artwork. And I was just looking for some stuff. There's all kinds of cool stuff. I like this guy. I actually downloaded this. I might use this little blurby thing. All kinds of crazy artwork. Icons for your website. If you got a YouTube page, sample text, please here. But there's no excuse for your website or your YouTube page to look like crap in this day and age. Not when you have Shutterstock at your fingertips. And do you guys know you can start up without you don't have to sign up right away. I mean, you can go make an account for free, and you can start looking through all the different stuff, and you make light boxes and save all the artwork and stuff like that and sort it all out. So I urge you to go over and check it out. Been using it for years. So happy to have these guys on as sponsors of the Republic. They help make this show possible. We want to save you guys 30% off. So if you go over and make a free account, if you decide to sign up, just make sure to use promo code GameBreaker8. Use that promo code when you go, sign up for your subscription there, and gonna automatically save you 30% off. I gotta show this. I love this piece. This is a great piece. I've looked at this guy's artwork before. It's really good stuff. I mean, that's really, really good stuff. Check it out. Go over to Shutterstock.com. Use promo code GameBreaker8. All right, so the class reps have spoken. BioWare has answered. First up, snipers. A little information about snipers. They said snipers already deal some of the highest, most consistent damage in the game. So any change to Lay's target would likely come at a price. For example, we could consider changing Lay's target to increase the critical hit chance of your next ambush, explosive probe, or takedown by 100% instead of snipe. But would you really want that change if it meant that another minute or two were added to Lay's target's cooldown? Would you, Larry Everett? Would you?
Would I? I don't know how to play a sniper, but I know what Laura's answer is. Go ahead.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes. I would absolutely in a heartbeat take a 2-minute cooldown on Lay's target if it gave me 100% crit chance on either ambush or takedown. I don't use explosive probe all that much. But yeah, absolutely.
Can you imagine?
Please.
Can you imagine ambush and takedown with 100% crit? Oh my god.
Do something that's doing a ton of damage. Don't give me a weak boost to my weakest shot.
Do we now have to wait 2 months before the class rep can respond to that, or can we get another answer?
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I think you're gonna have to wait for the gunslinger. But I think I'm gonna say this. I think it's lazy that you answer my question with a question
without allowing for a response.
Yep.
Because, as Laura indicated, the answer would be yes. Yes.
Yes.
Do it now.
All right, next up, he said Weakening Blast could probably use an energy cost and as a result get a damage boost. A series of shots and Snipe could probably use some boons to make them stronger abilities in the lethality rotation. As it stands, they are in the rotation, but not strong enough to keep players from using Explosive Probe and Orbital Strike. So what's the issue? Is the issue here AoE skills being more effective than single target skills on boss fights?
Yes. Well, it's the fact that people are considering Weakening Blast to be, to just be a weak DPS ability, rather than throwing out their AOEs.
It sounds like, I'm looking at this here. It sounds like something isn't just quite right, but the next part of the answers, some of his stats are going to see all. I don't even know what this is. Let me keep going here. It says next up, we are not completely satisfied with how engineering currently plays in general. When compared to lethality or marksmanship, engineering feels rather clunky. The strength of engineering in PvE is definitely AoE damage, while the weaknesses are mostly quality of life issues, like energy management, interrogation probes, single target limit, plasma probes cooldown, and lack of a well-flowing rotation. Thanks to the extremely long cooldowns on Explosive Probe and Orbital Strike, along with the unfriendly requirement of using EMP discharge with Adrenaline Probe to maximize sustained damage. Clunk is a scary word for a developer to use. Do you agree?
That is a scary word. I'm actually surprised they said that.
I know.
That means, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Just kind of threw this together.
I think you guys have much experience with the engineering class.
I was engineering when I was leveling my sniper, and I thought it was horrible, so I spec'd out of it. I can say honestly, I don't know anyone that plays as straight engineering. It's always the lethality engineering hybrid.
Wow.
Or marksman.
Lara, you know anyone?
No. No, I've known people who have tried it, and they pretty much have the same reaction that Laura does, and it's
that clunk.
It's true as crap, and and they never play it again. It's just, I don't know. I think the thing with the lethality in totally my opinion is that it really doesn't have a niche where it is really good. You know what I mean? I mean, there's no situation that comes up where you need a whole bunch of AoE damage consistently, and there's situational times where you need a bunch of AoE damage. But then if you're not able to pull off some single target damage at the same time, then you have pretty much it's pretty much useless. So I think that's where this issue lies, and we also know that in PvE PvP situations that it just doesn't work either, because there's other like marksman and specifically marksman, but lethality to a lesser extent is more pumps up more damage to a single target, and therefore takes people out faster. Whereas your engineering spec doesn't take people out; it kind of drains their energy enough, but it doesn't kill them. It doesn't kill the target.
On to the Sentinel answers. Here we go. First up, he says the stacking Annihilator Merciless buff and the stacking buff from Juyo form are both too short at their current 15-second durations. We will increase the duration of these buffs to give Marauder Sentinels more time to get back into action before needing to start back up on their long entry ramp. As for a faster way to ramp up, We plan to give you something to help in this regard, but it will not be coming anytime soon. Larry, agree, disagree?
Well, first off, the question, the question is kind of a softball question, but I understand. I get the question. This wouldn't necessarily be one of the ones that I would ask, but anyway, I think that it's great that they're going to give these buffs stack over time. So to give an idea of how this works is that as you do damage, you get these buffs, and these buffs increase the damage that you can do. That's the very short version of it. And the thing is, you have Marauders specifically have a buff that will increase overall damage to your group. And for the most part, in PvE situations, there's also PvP situations as well. But in PvE situations, most other DPS classes do their highest amount of damage right up front. And so, therefore, if you pop Bloodthirst, which is the buff, which is the damage increase buff that helps the group, if you pop Bloodthirst at the very beginning, you get no benefit from it, really, as a Marauder, or you get very little benefit from it. But the other people in your group do. However, if you wait to do it later when your buffs have stacked up, then you get the benefit from it, but the rest of your group doesn't. So it's kind of what's kind of being asked here is there any way that we can get our buffs right up front so that we can do as much damage up front as the rest of our group is? And I don't think that I don't think that increasing the duration of Giro form is actually going to fix the problem. Although it'll be helpful because therefore, whenever you're switching targets, that buff doesn't go away. So I'm not saying that that's not going to be helpful. It's just I don't think that that's actually going to fix the problem overall.
I think the big thing that players do not want to hear is not coming anytime soon. I really doubt that's what people really wanted to hear there. I do have to wonder why can't this be implemented anytime soon? Do we know anything about the size of the class balance team? Like what's going on?
There's one person.
Dude.
It's pretty much one guy. Yeah,
it's the same dude that does PvP. And right now he's busy building the space garage.
I was going to say he's probably the naming guy too.
That's right.
All right, next up, ideally, any damage spec should be able to deal formidable AoE damage when necessary, and should prefer to leave most AoE attacks out of the rotation in a single target fight. It will take some time to right this ship, as it has already sailed and must come back to port for repairs. So don't expect Annihilation, Watchmen, and Carnage/Combat to be pumping out massive AoE DPS, or for Rage Focus to get a huge AoE DPS nerf next patch. Again, not coming next patch. Are we seeing a theme here? I'm seeing a trend.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a trend.
A little bit of a trend. A little bit of a trend.
Not coming, not coming.
You have to wait.
In the question here that was asked was about the we're seeing in PvE scenarios, they're seeing that the rage spec of a Marauder is getting, or Sentinel, or focus spec of a Sentinel is putting out less, 9%, I think was the number that they said, less damage than the other two specs versus a single target. The devs actually did correct the question and say that it was closer to 4%. But at any rate, I expect that an AoE class is going to do less damage overall to a single target than a single target class. That's just expected, right? So I'm not sure that this is another one of those questions. It's like, why is this a question? Because we don't. I mean, it shouldn't be. This is expected of any AoE class. As an AoE class, you do a massive amount of damage to a bunch of targets, but if you focus on a single target, you're not going to do as much damage. That's just the way.
No way. Is that really how it works?
I know. It was like, why is this even a question? Why
are you guys
I
slightly
don't know.
concerned about every spec feeling really similar? I mean, wouldn't that be the case if, like, every damage spec would deal formidable AoE damage as well as single target? Like,
gosh, I hope not. I really hope not. I want the different specs and Marauders, and this is another reason why I think this was a softball throw to the devs, because snipers and Marauders are with the exception of engineering on the sniper side, every single spec is phenomenal at what they do. They are the best. The way they're geared up and the way the abilities are concerned, really, those are 5 of the 6 specs are just great, and I'm really surprised. I mean, it's really just a softball. These questions are kind of like, gosh, I don't really have a lot to ask because we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. So, yeah.
Well, somebody said in the chat room that apparently in ranked, engineering is actually really, really good. No, I do regular war zones. I don't do a lot of ranked. Actually, I don't do any ranked. So, yes. Okay, chat room.
I would think that engineering might be ahead.
Roll bang sounds fun.
I'm thinking that engineering might be ahead because, like, most people don't play it, and so therefore, defending against it might be a little more difficult. And it is AoE as well, so, and as far as DPS is concerned, in PvP, AoE wins like every time. The guys that do the most AoE are usually at the top.
all right, finally up on this, Laura, I may need a translator for this, so you're gonna have to help me out. It says we may change it in the future, but for now, Berserk Zen will continue to block Fury centering generation, while we will make changes to allow the building of Fury centering during Bloodthirst, Inspiration, and Predation. What? Can somebody please? Can somebody please turn that into English, please?
Fury and centering, that's when you get 30 stacks of that buff, you can spend it on either Bloodthirst and Inspiration, which increases your group's damage by, what is it, Larry? 25, 30%? 15%.
Yeah.
Or you could cast it on Predation and Transcendence, which makes everybody in the group run faster.
It also increases defense just a bit.
And increases your defense a little bit.
And then, the last one that you can spin it on is Berserk or Zen, which give you healing off your crits, your bleeding crits, and also increase your damage just slightly.
Does it have anything to do with Alacrity?
Has absolutely nothing to do with Alacrity.
No? Damn, I thought I was on the right track.
Sorry. And basically, and again, this is another one of those questions that's just kind of an odd question. And basically what it is when you activate any one of those 3 buffs, when you activate, I'm going to use just the Marauder terms here, forgive me. If you activate Berserk, if you activate Fury, I'm sorry, not Fury, Perdition, or you activate Bloodthirst, any one of those 3, you do not stack Fury while that is going on, while those buffs are up. Now, for Berserk and Perdition, it's not that big a deal that you're not stacking Fury, but during Bloodthirst it is, because if you have 2 Marauders in your group, and one Marauder pops Bloodthirst, the other Marauder is not stacking Fury. So the buff kind of cancel your buff will cancel the other guy's buff out, and so that's not a good thing. Hopefully they fix that soon. But the other guys, they're kind of self buffs, so it kind of makes sense.
Probably
another
not soon.
Softball question, really.
I'm going to say not soon.
Probably not soon.
Probably
not soon. I'm sure.
TM. All right, I want to talk about Refer a Friend, but really quick, I want to tell you guys about Audible. That's right. I want to give you guys a free audiobook and get to try out the service absolutely free for 30 days. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they've got tons of Star Wars The Old Republic books on the Audible, and you could be downloading one of these as your free book. So they've got Star Wars: The Old Republic Revan. They've got Fatal Alliance, Deceived, The Old Republic: The Annihilation Book 4. Have you read that one, Lair? Annihilation Book 4?
Actually, I haven't. I wanted to pick that one up, but I didn't read it yet. But I hear that it's a pretty decent book.
Yeah, it's got a really good rating. And Deceived, obviously, that was an old word back way in the day.
It's actually my understanding of Annihilation is that that's Shatil Shan. I can speak. It's her son. It's about him, and it takes another side of the Old Republic, more of the non-force sensitive side, which is really kind of odd position to take in a Star Wars book in general. And at the same time, it's kind of refreshing. So,
I'll take a little listen.
The lone remaining assassin fired off another round. Once again, it deflected
sound effects and
harmlessly off
everything.
the massive
Nice.
engine core. The ship's engine behind them roared to life, and the hangar's roof slid slowly open with a loud squeal as Veb prepared for
You
takeoff.
a big fan of Karpashin's work?
Green-skinned scumsucker better not ditch
the
us.
Bane series
Gorvich spat.
is good.
Style.
Generally speaking, yeah.
Out loud, she said, "Get to the ship." Gorvich shook his head. "I'm not leaving half our shipment behind. Get rid of this last assassin, and we can take our time
Wow, I
loading
really like
up
this
the rest
narrator,
of the
Mark Thompson. He's really good. I love the character.
Yeah, he does sound. I haven't heard that before. That sounds
Yeah.
really awesome, actually.
I like his character, totally. Check it out. You guys can be downloading that. That's Annihilation: Star Wars: The Old Republic Book 4. You can download that as your free book. It's just gotta use that URL. Just gotta go to audible.com/gamebreaker. Make sure to use that URL. Sign up. Make an account. Download the app. Put it on your iOS device, your iPhone, or your Android device, whatever you got, or your iPad. And get to download. And you could be listening to that tonight. That's Annihilation: Star Wars: The Old Republic Book 4. Don't forget, just got to use audible.com/gamebreaker. All right, so the refer a friend now with benefits. All active subscribers can refer new friends or invite back previous subscribers. Straight away, I have to ask, why wouldn't you let free players refer friends? Go. Anyone? Anyone?
Yeah, Larry. We were just talking about this.
I think that this is why wouldn't you? I think that in my opinion, this is totally where I'm coming from. Is why free players are important to MMOs is that they are content for the subscribers and for those that are actually playing the game, and to give them something like this is not conducive. I don't think it's conducive to the overall business model.
Oh,
But-
you don't think this works? You don't think you find it odd? You find it weird to make this a subscriber exclusive perk?
No, I don't. I think that I do think though preferred players should probably get the benefit, but free players absolutely not.
What do you think, Laura?
Go ahead.
Personally, I don't really care.
It's perfect. We're on a
I guess
show
it
talking
just-
about
to
Star
me, it
Wars.
just
I have zero
kind of
opinion
doesn't-
on this. Just move on. I don't really care. Just move on.
It just doesn't. It doesn't seem like it would be a huge deal to me if they were going to tell
It just seems
people that were
weird.
free to play. Like, why not let them say, "Hey, I'm playing this. I'm free to play. Why don't you come join me?"
Because nobody's going to do that. No, the free play.
Well, then if they're not going to do it, what does it matter if they give them the option?
I
just don't see. I don't see
I don't
why
know.
this is a subscriber perk. I don't. It doesn't scream subscriber exclusive perk to me. Doesn't make any sense. All right. I don't know.
I know. I agree. I think that it should not be a subscriber only. I believe that if you are paying money into the game, that you should be able to do that. So if you are a preferred player, that means that you're putting money into the game in some form or fashion, and you should be a part of this. That I agree with. It's the completely free players that I'm fine. Don't include them in it. But if you're putting money into the game, absolutely you should be allowed to invite friends and receive these perks.
What's the details on the this Jumpstart bundle? So new players who get referred will get the Jumpstart bundle.
They get 1 quick travel pass. They get 1 inventory module unlock. That gives them an additional 10 slots in their bag, and then they get 5 minor XP boosts.
Okay, and then previous subscribers will get 7 days of sub time, 1 character transfer, as well as the preferred friends bundle. Do we know what that is yet? The preferred friends bundle?
It gives them an unlock for an inventory module, an unlock for a crew skill slot, customization control, display title, and customization control unify colors.
Okay, and then the person who refers a friend will earn cartel coins, a speeder, some pets, if their friend subscribes within 14 days. So there you go.
I like the character transfer. That's pretty awesome. That's the best thing. It's like, all right, you go to your friend and you say, you know what, I really like Tor. I'm back into it again. It's really awesome. Come and join me. Oh, but I'm on a different server. Free character transfer. Done.
Last of this week. It's confused me a little bit, but soon you'll be able to purchase cartel coins in game. I didn't realize you couldn't actually do that yet.
No, if you click on the button, it opens the web page and back out to the website.
All right, well, coming soon, I guess. Soon, TM. I guess a sale is coming as well, giving subscribers a limited time opportunity to save 50% on their first in-game purchase of cartel coins. I don't know.
That's cool. Hey, you know what? Buy the biggest one.
Yeah,
really.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Do you think this should be also limited to subscribers only?
I don't see the harm in opening it up to everybody, but and again, I'm a nice person, so.
I mean, it sounds like a great deal to play the game, especially if you can buy the Mac.
And as soon as a free-to-play buys it, then they immediately become preferred status. So
yes, and yes.
Everything just kind of seems better if they do that. So why deny people? I
don't know. That's why it's confusing to me. I don't know. It sounds like a great deal.
I agree. I agree that I am not a big fan of the way that EA BioWare is handling free-to-play players. They are not, instead of encouraging free players or preferred players to get a subscription, they are saying, "Oh no, you can't have that unless you're part of this exclusive club over here." Which is they're instead of enticing them with giving stuff as a subscriber and making the subscriber the most valuable asset to the game, they are basically making the preferred status and free a less. They're taking stuff away from that. So that I'm not a big fan of.
Well, so keep an eye out for that sale, and like Larry said, it's a great deal, especially if they're going to allow you to buy the maximum amount of 50% off. So keep an eye on that.
Oh, Larry, we forgot. So remember, I was looking at the reputation tab today, and we saw there's a new reputation coming that we are guessing might have to do with a new cartel pack coming out.
Yes.
So if you can get your cartel coins 50% off, you can start buying these packs.
There you go.
There you
go. Last up, you can now link your Facebook account to annoy your friends and family with achievement spam. So, because who doesn't love that? So make sure you go.
Yeah, did it right away.
Do it right away. Laura Williams, follow her on Twitter at VoidMinx, VoidMynx, and of course come here every Monday at 6 PST right here on the Republic to see Laura Williams in her green room and green shirts. The chat room loves the green.
Yep.
It's very green.
They do.
Larry Errett. Follow him on Twitter, Shadow, SHADDOE. And of course, go over to Massively and read the Hyperspace Beacon, his Star Wars The Old Republic column each and every week. We just show live every Monday at 6. Come on over. Quick plug for you Final Fantasy fans. XIVNation.com is up and running and has Caught on Fire. I'm pretty much sure we are the #1 Final Fantasy 14 community on the internet at this point. It has been live for less than 7 days, and there's over 10,000 posts. People are going crazy. So check it out if you guys are Final Fantasy 14 fans. xivnation.com. Head on over there and get involved. Lots of cool stuff. And that's it. We'll do the show again next Monday. Wow, 150 episodes. I didn't even mention that. 100. This was the episode 150.
Yeah. That's almost 3 years.
That's
Wow.
crazy. That is crazy. 3 years more. Anybody have a gun? Anybody have a gun? Anyone? Okay. All right. See you next week.